Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Object 261. It's the Tier 10 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Tundra, and it's under the command of Yarbas of OLIMP. Now it's a 18 centimeter howitzer. It's capable of doing 800 alpha, 45mm of pen, and the standard reload 30.68 seconds, but Yarbas has got that down to 24.85, which means that he's knocked off 6 seconds off the reload time. The Arty that was based on the IS-7 never got produced because the IS-7 was stopped, which is a pity really, because it was actually supposedly quite a good tank. The problem was that the Soviets had too many tanks, too many heavy tanks for that matter, and they decided they didn't need to build any more. Okay, he's ready to go. Target coming up that way. Panzerkampfwagen 7. Round south. Direct hit! Well, that's a good start. He doesn't know how much he's got, but he knows that it's likely to be a sizable amount. Probably around about 400 hit points, maybe as little as 300. But it's a good start to the game. Just looking up. Oh, that guy's on fire. Can't get a shot because he's got a red line. But if the guy keeps coming down that path, no, he's still got a red line. No, he's not going to get a shot there. Oh, Waffenträger! Now, he could definitely hit this guy. Thin armor on the gun shield. The rest of it is a tier 10 heavy tank. That's a direct hit for 413, but a non-penetrating shot. Can't exactly see the impact point, but I think it was on the engine deck actually. That guy's moving. It's probably about to hit someone. We're almost loaded, and instead we're going to go for this TVP. Rounds out. Looks good. Another direct hit. 305. So he's obviously off to a flying start, because technically speaking, he's probably already got 1,000 hit points of damage. And look at that, the Panzerkampfwagen 7 never made it out of the past into the corridor for the west side of the map. It looks like he's kind of stuck there, but we're changing position just to see if we can get a better shot. Now we haven't got a shot on the Waffenträger at the moment. Oh, for a brief moment we did, but we're not fully dialed in. He's using the concentration skill. It's not worth taking a risk at the moment, and he was probably right to do so because the Waffenträger wouldn't have been in line. Okay, now he's got a shot though. Rounds up. Another direct hit, this time 296, and the EBR on Arty. Oh, he just got hit by the enemy Arty, who happens to be down in the dip. Probably in grid square A6 or A7. Probably A6, I think. So we know where the enemy Arty is if he decides to fire at us. He probably won't move out of that area because, of course, it's a very concealed area. It's in a dip, which means that it's very difficult to pin down precisely where he is unless you've got enemy tanks in the neighborhood. Or your tanks in the neighborhood, I should say, not the enemy ones. Object 260, but we can probably hit these guys, and that Tessac for certain. Go for it. Round south. A direct hit for 356. He's fair racking up the damage now. I'd say he's probably close to 2,000 hit points already. And the Patriot goes down. We're equal on scores. And there's still no threat from the enemy heavies, but can we get this one? 260. Lands behind him and it stuns him. Well, that TVP we saw earlier in hit, he's actually making attempts to go up into our cap area. Whilst his guys hold that area of the hill, it's very difficult for us to do otherwise. Can we get a shot on that one? Well, we got a shot into the units and I think we stunned him, but or did we? I'm not sure if we did stun him actually, because he's not showing any stun now. We might have got rid of it though. But things are not going well up on the hill because we lost our Super Conqueror, but we are ahead on numbers. And that EBR, well, he went somewhere where he was not wanted and rounds out. It's always funny when an EBR collides with a wreck. It slows them down and makes them very vulnerable. And he's vulnerable now because he can't turn very easily. And now that 260 is going to have somebody shooting into his rear unless we hit him with an Arty round first. Well, it was the Striv who got him in the end. Okay, we potentially have a shot. Go for it. Rounds out. Yep. 292, he's stunned. That puts him out of action. The Cranvar will probably have him now for breakfast. If he doesn't, the Striv will. Well, Cranvar's being very cautious. But it's the Striv that gets the kill in the end. Now, the enemy is focusing on this side of the map, but we do have a pair of heavy tanks, I think. Or is it just one? And the Superconch has died, so we need to scarp her out of here quickly. Otherwise, we're likely to be next. Yeah, we need to get a move on. Full speed ahead. He's clicking on the cap area to say, warning. Ideally, he needs to get to grid square K9, K7. K7 will probably be okay. Because he can shoot at the enemy heavies, but he'd just been spotted by them. And luckily, the Ho-Ri wasn't able to get a shot at the time. But he needs to move and get as far away from that Ho-Ri as he can. He could have stayed in K7 if he hadn't been spotted and then got shots on the enemy as he made his way in. But now he does have to go a bit further. I'd say sit behind the strip and shoot at the same target. Okay, GWE 100, time to go. Oh, just short of what he needed. He needed 100 hit points more. He's reloading. No sign of the Ho-Ri. We're only one up on the enemy. We've got the hill though, and the Cranvar's got the heights on the east side. Okay, we've got a shot. Now, has he got the extra HE in? No, he's still firing the stun. I wouldn't try the armor piercing. His armor's probably just too thick, but he did get a direct hit. The Ho-Ri knows he's in trouble from Arty because he's hiding around that corner, almost begging us to come forward so we attack him rather than the other way round. The Striv's going to try and get around the Ho-Ri and outflank him. Now, we could go up on top of the hill. That would be my first thought, because right up on top of the hill, he's got a lot of directions he can fire at on the west side and possibly hit the Ho-Ri even at distance. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to stop him taking out the Striv. So the Striv tried to get the angle on him. Okay, the 60 TP is going in for the kill, and I think he'll get it, but he's a 152mm main gun, so he's going to take some damage whilst he reloads. In fact, he's taken 2 shots because the Panzerkampfwagen 7 is also there. Okay, we've got the Panzerkampfwagen 7 in our sights. Trying to change the angle again. I don't think we're going to get a shot on the Panzerkampfwagen from this angle. We can see the shells coming in from the enemy Arty, though, who must be over in the corner. We might want to try a blind shot in that corner just to see. But the trouble is that he's just fired. So we're going to have to wait for him to fire again. Now, the 60 TP's gone into cover, so the GWE 100 has nothing to shoot at the moment, unless he fires at the Heshbahn or the Kranbahn. Still waiting to get that counter battery. Sometimes it helps to press the V key, and then you can see the tracer much easier. I just heard an Arty fire, and yes, he did fire, and unfortunately the Panzerkampfwagen 7 just took out the 60 TP. So I think the enemy Arty just changed position, and he may have gone a little further down. He might be behind or in B1. Okay, the Panzerkampfwagen 7's just been spotted. Now, can we get a shot on him? About there. Oh, he's almost wary. Okay, we've adjusted. About there. Yes! That was a critical play. Because with that guy gone, the enemy Arty has... Oh no, the Waffenträger has been spotted. The enemy Arty's probably still in B1 or nearby. Yes, he is nearby. Okay, so we can probably take out the GW now. But the Waffenträger will be a much better hit. GW's gone down. We're loaded. Rounds out. Another good hit. And he goes down to the Heshbahn. And that's it. That's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a first-class tanker from Yarbas of OLIMP in the Object 261. He got a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 8, and he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate from that one, 3,024, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the Object 260 on the enemy team with 5,388. Second highest damage went to the 60 TP, who got 4,513. And the third highest damage went to the Super Conqueror on our team with 3,879. We can see that Yarbas got 3,122 hit points. 3 players on the enemy team managed to get more than he did, and 3 players on his own team, which makes him 7th in the game on damage. And of course, Confederate. And when it came to kills, the high scorers were the Strib 103B, got 3 kills. So did the units 15-16 on the enemy team. 2 kills went to our Heshbahn and Kranbahn, and the Kranbahn picked up a steel wall. And so did the Strib 103B also got 2 kills. Only the Panzerkampfwagen 7 on the enemy team managed to get 2 kills. And we can see that Yarbas only got the 1 out of that game. When it came to base XP, though, he's a lot higher up the table because the Superconk got 1,052, the Strib got 1,021, the Kranbahn got 1,015, all very close together. And the 4th place player is actually, yes, Yarbas with 856. The top 3 are the only ones over 1,000 base. He fired 13 rounds in that game, so he still had 7 rounds left at the end of the game. 9 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations at all, but he did get 12 splash. 3,122 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 8, killed 1, and got 2,084 hit points of stun assist of 11 stuns. So his communications expert would have come into effect if he'd actually had it. On a premium cat, he actually made 12,406 credits profit from the game, 5 bonds for it being tier 10, and 3,852 experience points, including a mission completion of 2,568. So that's a very decent score, and I think that shot that took out the Panzerkampfwagen 7 was a critical moment, because once they had that, the Heshbahn could deal with the Waffenträger, and it was just a matter of, well, cleaning up there from that point on. But that Panzerkampfwagen 7 and the Hori 3 were really, really difficult. and it could have gone the other way if they'd managed to get their shots right. But the 60 TP did go into that fight with enough hit points to take out the Hori 3. It's just he couldn't deal with the Panzerkampfwagen 7 at the same time or just afterwards. So, yes, that's unfortunate for him. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.